Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to 31 Days of Ghoulies Terror Reviews. Tonight, I will be finalizing the Re-Animator trilogy. Here's day 3. He's on, of course, Beyond Re-Animator, which is part of the double movie box set from Umbrella Entertainment. I can say that this is such an vast improvement over the real disappointing Blood. This is from 2003, which is 13 years after Blood. Oh, Re-Animator. We had a runtime of 96 minutes, and Brian now returns to direct the third movie. He directed The Bride and directed these. Writer George Manuel Gomez, and also based on the short story by H.P. Lovecraft. Of course, only one original character returns for the third entry, which is Jeffrey Combs, once again as Dr. Herbert West. And the humor character, the Kane, which is Dr. Howard Phillips, played by Jason Barry. And of course a love interest just like the other two, is Patrick, how do you pronounce her name, as Laura Only. And of course you can't go without your movie antagonist, Warden Brando, played by Simon Andrew. She's going to choose a lot of Spanish actors for this movie. And it's basically filmed in prison Maduro, Valencia, Comunidad Valencia, Spain. So, was from Spain. It makes sense because there's a lot of Mexican actors in this as well. Because we got Inuku H as Kibria, and Nico about Sash as Moses. So there's a lot of hard names to say, and also another Mexican or Spanish actor. We got Santiago Segura as Speedball. He got totally crazy when he got that serum injected in him. Plot for this one, filmed now a doctor is so eager to learn more about the mad doctor's attempt to bring the dead that accept a position at the prison where West is being held. Delves further into West's gruesome research, which attracts the attention of a local reporter, played by Isaac Patiski, that's Lovett's character, showing the fate of the Fury and the cruel prison warden. This basically, you could say, the event is 13 years later, after the event of Blood of Re-Animator. He's arrested for what he's done, and this murder takes place 13 years later, after the events of a young Howard's sister getting killed. Who was Barbara Lee as Emily Phillips, Howard's sister. Pros and cons. What concerns with several pros. This really feels like the original. Rather than being in hospital, it is in a prison this time, where Herbert West, once again, recreates the film with the help of Dr. Howard. Dr. Howard managed to keep one of the serums in a syringe for 13 years, and he helped West to make more. Just so you can see where things are gonna go. Of course, tests are performed with the green serum, and of course things get out of hand once again. Of course, the reporter is mingling in Edward's back cases, trying to figure out who he is and why he's in the prison. Okay, the ending of this film really feels like the very original movie, and where you got Hill creating his army of the dead, using West, film. In this, using all the inmates. The come against the guards. Of course, SWAT has to come in to deal with the problem. So I can say the warden is kind of like Hill. But he's brought back to life, and he's completely crazy. And this gets really quite gruesome in parts, as well as some grey humour. I mean, the warden is one creep, and he's trying to force Laura to please him sexually. Of course, she's now transformed by West's serum. She bites off his penis. That's where the quite humour is, in the cuts, in the final, where it's close to rolling, you see a mouse or rat fighting these pinners. You're thinking, this pin's alive. Oh my god. Couldn't stop laughing. Good graphical effects. Once again, the zombies or the Re-Animator corpse all look pretty good, and it gets quite menacing. Cons, of course, you still cannot beat the original. They try, but I find they try to copy a little bit too much of the original. How Kane met West in the original movie. Kane had nothing to know what West is capable of. Any more wants to join West. Research. He knows about the specific serum that he kept for 30 years and wants to know about it. Because in the original movie, West wanted Kane to help. This is more the opposite, isn't it? Of course, Phil bring the syringe to West. West being in jail for 13 years. And he recreates the serum. Kind of like an opposite. West, once again, got his companion to help. That doesn't say they use too much of the original. You could kind of say this is a reboot, but this time in a prison, with so many type of original ideas used once again. For the original movie. Sex scenes, just like the first one, I seen the second one, kind of seen the first one, I met the young woman, held, with Laura, in bed. So they kind of repeated that again. And Warden is too much like Hill. Harry wants to create his army of Re-Animated people to go up against West and Howard and call Laura this time around. And she gets killed just like Meg in the first movie. And she kind of like the bride, bring her back to life. And she can have she takes emails and stuff. I will very enjoy this. Like I said, it's too similar to the original. It's probably how you want for a proper sequel, and which this is actually is. Now to rewatch, I recommend, well, on Blu-ray. Yeah, to rewatch, I recommend it if you like the other Re-Animator movies. Okay. It's a fun movie. Just expect to find this too similar to the original. It's the original 1980 classic, 80-something classic. This is the best you can get. Because a while back, I gave it an 8, which stands on IMDb. So I'll give this once again an 8 out of 10. Well, that's it for my first 3 movies, which is, you can say, a trilogy of the Re-Animator movies. something a little bit different. A rank. Okay. You know all my reviews. So, I'll just give the worst to best. Worst, in my opinion, and I'm not disappointed, go to Bride. Sequel, which comes very close to original, is Beyond. And of course, the one you cannot beat is, of course, Re-Animator. I just thought to do something a little bit different. To rank the three. Well, those who might have seen this trilogy, share your thoughts. Tell me how you like them. Where would you put them in from 1 to 3? From worst to best. What would you grade them? Share in the comments. Let's start a conversation. I'm going to continue doing some reviews for the next few days. And some having what and do a review on them. So when it comes tomorrow, I'll let you know what I'm doing. Okay. Also, like this review, comment, like, and subscribe. I wish everyone take care, keep safe, and keep spooky. Bye for now. Peace.